a match of some interest to Kenny Dalglish, I would think too. His former club and his old colleague Graham Souness, the manager of Rangers. Here at Wembley, it's 1-0 to Liverpool, with 5 minutes left in the first half. And the Everton supporters start to make themselves heard. Here's Beardsley, though. Foul by Trevor Steven on Peter Beardsley. Staunton recovered from that early knock, it would seem. Looks for Aldridge. Offside. Steven. Nevin had quite a bright start on this wing, but he hasn't been in the game very much since. Number 7 here. And Liverpool again making it very difficult for Everton to find a way of getting forward. The gaps are being closed by the midfield players. Whelan was in there and so was Barnes. In turn, Steven doing a similar job for Everton. That's where it's being fought out. Crisp and close in there, central midfield area. Bracewell, another one involved. Also the Liverpool front men working hard to close down Everton in possession. Aldridge and Beardsley were both doing the job there. This is Nicol. Beardsley. Oh, he's got away from Ratcliffe, but he drove him a bit wide. Sheedy's back. Goal kick. And a goal scorer at Hampden Park. Joe Miller has put Celtic ahead against Rangers. Expensive signing, little Joe, at the beginning of the season, and there were rumours he was going to be on his way from there, but seems to have done the job today. So the team chasing the treble in Scotland are a goal down. The team chasing the double in England are a goal up. And I'm told that down on the touchline bench, the temperature has risen to 90 degrees. Which is like Steven with the through ball. I was going to say it's more like Guadalajara than Wembley in terms of the temperature and the weather we've got here. Nevin. Forward by McDonald. Grobbelaar's coming out to meet Sharp. And this could be interesting. Sheedy's in a good position. Sheedy, Hansen blocked, and Grobbelaar must have been relieved. Certainly Hansen let him know what he thought about that particular advance. It was a typical Grobbelaar excursion, that. Steven. Nevin. A minute left in the first half. Watson for Everton, who are pressing now. Steven. Well, Grobbelaar hadn't had too much to do. I don't know whether he was getting a little bored back there, but he went a long way and was out of his ground for a few dangerous moments. Coming up to the end of the first half here at Wembley. 1-0 to Liverpool. There's Aldridge, the goal scorer. Houghton. Barnes. And Sharp was back to cover Nicol. Van den Hauwe. Totti, a lone figure up front, being marked at the moment by Gary Ablett. But he slipped him and then had to watch as Liverpool covered in typical fashion. We're into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Houghton. And Watson had to do that. Aldridge was coming in on the blind side yet again. Everton having to play their way out of a bit of a corner. Ronnie Whelan intercepts. Nicol. Liverpool's football so measured and well manicured. And it's their kind of surface too. Houghton. McMahon has always the chance that Everton might be able to do something if Liverpool make that sort of mistake, but they haven't made many. Stephen. Nevin's now trying his luck in the inside left position. He's got Cottee over on that side as well. Nevin. And again Nicol. Hard man to pass, isn't he, Trevor?
Well, Pat Nevin skipped round Alan Hansen, but there's always somebody there, isn't there, plugging up any gaps. And at the moment, Everton playing across and in front of the Liverpool defence rather than behind them. And at the moment, Liverpool totally controlling the game.
It's the Liverpool supporters who have been through so much tribulation and stress recently, who are joyful and buoyant because their team, thanks to John Aldridge's goal after just 4 minutes, lead in this all-Merseyside FA Cup final. And I wouldn't imagine you'd argue too much with that, Trevor.
Well, apart from those opening few minutes before, in fact, Liverpool got the goal, then really from then on they've got stronger and stronger. The Everton defence has really looked at sixes and sevens, very flat, and even when they're in possession of the ball, they've been just booting it sort of long balls and giving the ball away, whereas Liverpool look so composed, particularly Alan Hansen at the back, bringing it out from defence and keeping possession, and as the half has gone on, they have looked better and better.
So at half-time, it's the Reds in front against the Blues by 1-0.
Yes, Liverpool's